Hello, my name is Fada and I'm a trader. I created this YouTube channel to share my experience, so to speak, to leave a memory of myself. I have been working in trading for quite some time now, and I know many interesting tips and secrets. So subscribe to my channel not to miss any of the secrets. Now let's begin our trading session. Alright, let's kick out our trading session. Taking a look at the euro to Japanese yen pair, there is nothing particularly intriguing happening. Shifting our focus to the US dollar against the Canadian dollar, we notice a minor resistance zone. We witnessed a noteworthy reaction from this area, causing the price to initiate an uptrend movement. Considering this, I will enter with a stake of $300 for 3 minutes duration to ride this moment. There are 30 hindrances above us to halt the upward trend. The overall trend remains upward. The chart reflects on a scaling trajectory since 8 a.m. While there is resistance on the bar, we are still quite a distance from it. A slight local downtrend is also present, but there is still a room for a further growth before entering the trend zone. On the wall, the big picture displays an uptrend trend. This holds more significance for us than minor fluctuations and temporary downward shifts. So, concretely, we can confidently opt for a buy position. However, it's worth noting that the price might retrace to the support zone, and at this point, I will rule out that possibility. At times such scenarios unfold. In that trend price, I will readily engage in a retest trade or re-enter the market. A noteworthy point is that the RSI has crossed the moving average. Moreover, a small, almost solidized resistance level is undiscernible. The price exhibited a modest response to the level. Nonetheless, the chart is expected to penetrate it now. Should the price begin to this line, I'll initiate a retest trade. Committing cost $600. Okay, let's now await the trade's closure. In just a few seconds, the trade will close with a profit. As anticipated, we observed the minor rebound from the local resistance level. However, the price swiftly broke through it and reached the area of the local downtrend trade. Now let's shift our focus to define the next trade opportunity. Following the initial profitable trade, I stumbled upon the intriguing scenario involving the typically mandate currency pair. So the British pound against the Canadian dollar, a rather robust trend is evident here. Not waiting to miss this opportunity, I will promptly initiate a trade. I am opening the trade platform and assessing the GBP and CAD currency pair. By the way, it both a favorable payout percentage. I ended to enter. However, let's consider the possibility of a trend line breakout first. It's wizard 2. We halt entry for now and observe the regression of this breakout. In the interim, let's explore other pairs. Moving on, the USD and Japanese yen. An intriguing scenario unfolds here as well. An initial significant decline is followed by an accumulation pace. Still, let's continue our search. Unfortunately, there is nothing kept waiting in this context. Nevertheless, there is a point of interest here. I'll wait the breakout. Let's observe. Alright, I had on Japanese yen first promising. Here I can confidently initiate a trade anticipating a downward movement. The price breached the local support zone, prompting my expectation of a sharp and substantial decline. Additionally, the price has exceeded the accumulation zone as I deposited on the chart. Initially, there was a downward impulse. Following that was the accumulation pace where the price traded with an range, after which the price considered in a descent. In most instances, such scenario lead to a continuation of the movement. Furthermore, the sustained impulse trend to match the line on the initial one. This is an appreciation that rapidly rose from the table. By the way, I offer provide signals based on such circumstance given their regular occurrence in the market. On the contrary, patterns like flags or double bottoms occur less frequently. For the latter, clear confirmation is essential before entry. However, accumulations with subsequent price breakouts in either direction are a constant feature. Similar setups materialize one of the chart every hour, perhaps even every half hour. Let's phrase in this way. A standard market scenario. There is a minute and a half remaining until the trade concludes. The price has slightly risen, which is normal. Let's wait completion. As anticipated, the overall outcome agreed with my expectations. A minor price resistance was followed by a robust downward impulse, characterized by 4 consecutive extended red candles. The trade ended at a 20p profit, and I resolved the gains in just 5 seconds. I am on the option that the downward movement will persist further, given the remaining potential for decline. With this, I am now initiating for search for the next trade opportunity. Moving on to our final trade for today. After reviewing several currency pairs, I definitely have potential candidates for a third profitable trade. It involves the euro paired with the Japanese yen. This pairing boasts unfavorable payout percentages exhibits a promising setup. Without delay, I'm entering a trade projecting an upward movement because we have a convergence of signals here. Firstly, an audibly positive impulse that properly led the RSI into our sell territory. Secondly, upon apparent Fibonacci levels, it becomes evident that 0.5 level recently aligned with a formed support level, which has now morphed in a resistance zone following the decline. In essence, what was one of the support zone has now transferred into a minor resistance zone. All in all the scenario is quite favorable. I anticipate a robust support movement, expanding that last stop for a 0.5 Fibonacci level. However, I'm inclined to believe that in practice, the price will surmount this zone with much resistance. There is even the prospect that the price could ascend by 100% according to Fibonacci levels. Why not? Even a cursory glance at the pocket options with a 15 seconds time frame reveals a substantial downward movement characterized by distant and robust candlesticks. Several of these candlesticks lack noticeable shadows, implying a necessity for market correction. The RSI currently this, significant not a trend reversal but an impending market correction. Meanwhile, the trade is generating profit, allowing us to patiently wait for the conclusion in the span of minutes. Merely 30 seconds remain until the trade reaches its conclusion. The price initiated an upward correction followed by a brief trading range and the resumption of movement. Ultimately, I achieved the graphic profit with a minimal average horizon. In summary, I executed 3 profitable trades today. Each benefits from a favorable payout percentage. It was an outstanding trading session overall. Thank you for your attention. I'm delighted that you watched the video till the end. Please give this episode a like if you enjoyed it and leave a pleasant comment. Let me know how long you've been trading or if you're a beginner. And thanks again. See you soon.